Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. With all the Brown Dust 2 Steam drama that's happening for the last couple of days, almost forgotten that this thing just came out. Actually, I didn't know it came out one day earlier this week, right? So let's talk about the E.O.N or E.O.N win for this particular season. As you can see, the boss has 3 weak spots as per follows. Simple and straightforward enough. This boss, I do think that this is going to be one of the easier bosses out there, but right now you can see running the physical on the team 1 and then magic on team 2, right? So obviously various different strats can be done right here. If you don't have Celia right here, believe it or not, you can also go with something like let's see, you can actually go with something like Zenith if you want to, right? It's not too bad overall. It's just that I do think that right now, because the tile is a little bit odd, right? So Zenith ideally pair really well with Wilhelmina, but there's really no need for that unless you want to go in with maybe you can take out Rubia if you want to try that out, but I do think that this is going to be a better strategy overall. So the thing that you need to know right now is the boss is going to be able to do this. Alright, lots of hit. You want to put your main DPS in front. Alright, when the boss activates the second skill, this one will increase your properties damage by 200%. Alright, this is going to be a magic attack, so make sure whoever that you put in front has like a bunch of magic defense, right? My Leatrice has about, as you can see, 90% magic resist. I'll show you guys my gears as per usual at the end of the video, but let's jump into this particular one. So first up, we're going to activate this particular Rafitia skill. Liberta go with this particular one. Barney Celia activate this one first. And then for Rubia, we are going to go with this particular one just to apply the DOT vulnerability. And then we're going to try to do as much DOT as we can. So for Leatrice, we're going to stack with skill 1 first. You can either go with this particular skill first, or if you want to, you can also go with the one that hits in the straight line as well, depending on which one you want. Alright. So there we go. So the boss is going to shoot a bunch of rockets. So hopefully your character survives through that. Rafitia, this particular skill do give you a little bit of barrier, right? So you should be able to, you know, if you have difficulty surviving, equip some magic resist gears, right? So next up, this is the one. Make sure your Leatrice survives this. We're going to go Rafitia for the swimsuit one. This is going to give us the cost reduction as well. Liberta go with this. Don't activate this yet for Celia. We go for the Ancient Curse for the timing. And then for Rubia, we're going to go for this particular one. Alright, we're going to save this one for the later on, right? Because that one has the highest chain. And then going to go with this one for now. Apply as much DOT as we can to the boss, right? Okay. So that's about 10 chain damage right there. So 13 chain. Alright, so 18 chain in total. So a bunch of DOT. So now we just got the buff from the boss, as you can see. This is the buff that the boss just gave us. Property damage increase right now. So the boss is going to now extend the duration of all buffs on fire property enemies by 1 turn per hit. Alright, this is very, very interesting. So whatever buffs that we have is going to be extended, which is going to be quite insane. Alright, so now we're going to go with the Pirate Rubia right now. This is going to do a bunch of chain, right? And then we're going to go with this particular one. So this is going to be the Maid Leatrice. This is going to be your strongest damage output, right? Right here. Do that. Okay. So do that with Maid Rubia. Do a bunch of chain. Boom. 35 chain, as you guys can see. That is really high damage right there, right? So now we are going to go back to Rafitia for this particular one. We're going to reapply most stuffs right there. Again, a lot of the buffs are, you know, increase for us, but we're going to reapply all the buffs right now. Going back to Rubia's DOT, and then go back with the Leatrice for this particular one for now. So after this, the boss is just going to let's see, do damage. Do damage. How many tiles is this? Straight line, right? Boom. So actually, the more enemies you put, right, the less damage you have. So if you have difficulty surviving, just put your Liberta there. I put her here so that she gets Rafitia's buff as well. Actually, doesn't matter too much, right? So this is the last one. So we're gonna go all in. So this one, we're gonna go with Rubia's this particular one. And then we're gonna go with this one, right? So the Maid Leatrice. So try to burst the boss. do as much damage as we can. This should be able to reduce the boss to level, to about 50%, I think. Let's see. Maybe like 55%. Oh, actually 58%. Alright. Not as high as I thought. But it's okay. Oof, that was loud. What was that? Okay. So next up, now we have this particular one. So now we have this particular tile range. So we're gonna go with Diana, Helena, Diana, and then we're gonna go with Therese swimsuit for the timing. And then we're gonna go, believe it or not, Livia, don't activate this yet. We're gonna go with overheat for now, because you will see why later, right? Because we're gonna time our bunny, what is that? The bunny LOEN to go in later with a bunch of damage. Boom. Okay. So we buff with bunny LOEN first, okay. So now the boss is just going to shoot rockets. So we should be able to survive that. Okay, Diana don't have to do anything. So now we are going to go with this particular one, right? So for now we can stay at the back, we can buff first. We're gonna buff everyone right here with Therese. Diana can do that. So now Livia is gonna go apply the amplification. LOEN is gonna go with this one for the time being, alright? And then we want the boss to apply this one first to us, property damage increase. Then only we go with the bunny LOEN, right? Boom. Okay, decent damage, 48% right there. So now we get the buff from the boss with the property damage and stuff. Now if your LOEN is struggling to survive there for whatever reason, just use Diana's this particular one, right? I didn't use it earlier. So now we're gonna go all in. Alright, so now we are going to go with this one and then bunny LOEN. Alright, this should be your highest point of damage, right? Ideally. Hit once. Boom. Okay. Zoop. Okay. So 6 chain. Alright. I wonder if I'll be able to do more because ideally I guess it's just one tile that get the 6 chain, the other tiles gets 5 chain, right? Okay, so now we're gonna reapply these buffs. We can only do so much. We are going to... Ooh, we can go in with bunny LOEN again. Bunny LOEN twice is quite interesting, right? Because because it resets our cooldown for the... But we don't do it now, we wait for one more turn. So we want to wait for because Livia is still on all the cooldown. So we want to reapply this one again, right? So reapply all the buffs. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see if this is going to be enough. Overheat Livia, mine is not that strong. I believe mine is still +4. I'm not too sure if she's already +5 or not. Okay, did not do much. Okay, so now we are going to move this here. Reapply the property stuff. Reapply this one. And then again with the bunny LOEN, make sure we have enough SP. Let's see. Can we do this? This is going to be 4. Let's see how much is this. Oof, that was close. That was close. 7%. Alright. So, I was very close to beating the level 9 boss. I will need to check my gears, right? Because I'm not too sure if I have like my strongest gear on both LOEN. I think she's going to be the top damage dealer, you can see right here. So Bunny LOEN, she is going to be the carry right here. 886 million with your mate Leatrice doing 400 million. I mean, yeah, this is how it is. And then Rodev Star at a 3rd place, and then Last Hope LOEN. And then of course this is going to be the rankings, right? So as you can see, LOEN is going to be the one usually carrying you. I will need to see how I can improve this team. I need to shuffle my gears around a little bit, but let me show you guys what I have on my characters. So Leatrice has 1.8k attack. That's very low actually. Let me see. Usually you want to have about 2.3k or 2.4k, but it seems like my Leatrice has really low attack. I wonder why. I think it's better for me to go flat with her. Okay, so I do have a lot of crit damage though. 800% crit damage is really high. So I can see, I want to see if I can fine tune this a little bit more. but this is going to be what I have on Leatrice.
姉さんも
My
こ
Rubia,
の膝
I do have 2k attack and 661% crit damage. And then my Livia,
弱かった頃の私はもうい
okay,
な
I
い
think my Livia's gears can be improved. 2.5k attack, okay, the attack is high, but crit damage a little bit on the lower side, 574%. Not too bad, alright, I can improve that a little bit. And last but not least,
ま
LOEN.
だまだですけど
So she's the most
一生懸
important
命
one
努力し
because she's going to be the one that does the most damage. 1.8k attack, the attack again is a bit low, 812% crit damage. I will see if I can improve that a little bit, right? So because at the end of the day, you know, going with I think 2.2k attack is better. Then this is like too high of a crit damage. I think 2.2k attack and 700% crit damage I think would be much more balanced. But oh, I can't believe I'm using defense percent, right? But I do have magic resist on this, so I can definitely get something better. Just gotta see if I can swap certain things around, right? But yeah, that's gonna be my gears and everything. So let me know what you guys think of the E.O.N or E.O.N win. Hopefully you guys are able to follow this strat. And you know, with Brown Dust 2 not making it to Steam, you know, PC client is going to be what we have for the time being, and that's just going to be what we have to enjoy, right? So I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like. Have a nice day. Goodbye.